Real cases, real crimes. Some vanish without a trace. Others leave behind more questions than answers. When the trail goes cold and the truth hides in the shadows. This is Mysteries Unsolved. What happened to Elijah Vue? On February 20th, 2024, a haunting call came into 911 dispatch in Two Rivers, Wisconsin.
911, what's your emergency?
I need
Jesse
to clean.
Vang reported that 3-year-old Elijah Vue had gone missing while he was asleep. What began as a search quickly unraveled into a disturbing case of chronic abuse, neglect, and alleged concealment. Elijah Vue was just 3 years old. He had been living with his mother's boyfriend, Jesse Vang, while his mother, Katrina Bauer, stayed in Wisconsin Dells. According to court records, Katrina sent Elijah to Vang for what she described as discipline. This discipline allegedly included forcing the child to stand and pray for hours at a time. Authorities later described Elijah as a victim of both physical and psychological maltreatment, amounting to torture. Between December 2023 and February 2024, phone records showed disturbing exchanges between Bauer and Vang. Photographs of Elijah surfaced during this period showing bruises and other visible injuries. On February 13, 2024, a deleted photo retrieved from Bauer's phone depicted Elijah blindfolded with visible bruises on his jaw, neck, and upper arm. On February 16th, Katrina arrived in Manitowoc to meet with Jesse. Surveillance footage captured the two together over the next several hours. But notably, Elijah, who was supposed to be in their care, was not seen in any footage. By the early hours of February 17th, Bauer returned to Wisconsin Dells alone. In the early morning of February 18th, Vang sent a chilling message to Bauer. "He did fear me, but he didn't respect me. Now I'm making him respect me." On February 20th at 8 a.m., Elijah Vue was last seen. By 11 a.m., Jesse Vang placed a 911 call reporting Elijah missing. He claimed to have fallen asleep while watching the boy. When he awoke, Elijah was gone, but the story quickly began to unravel. Deleted Facebook messages later recovered showed Bauer coaching Vang on what to say. "Say you guys were taking a nap and he left," she instructed. "The way you word things is very important." Police launched an intensive search operation. On February 22nd, authorities were combing through landfills and waterways. Meanwhile, surveillance footage captured Vang dropping off a suitcase near a local charity and driving around the county. Elijah's DNA was later found inside that suitcase. Do you think Jesse Vang was trying to cover up a crime? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. On March 8th, child neglect charges were formally filed against Katrina Bauer. The charges revealed years of alleged abuse not only against Elijah, but also his 6-year-old sibling. Then, on March 19th, a significant discovery. Elijah's red and white plaid blanket was found along a roadside in Manitowoc County, about 3.7 miles from where he had been reported missing. Nearly 7 months later, on September 7th, 2024, a deer hunter made a grim discovery. Human skeletal remains in a wooded area near Camp Manitou in Two Rivers. DNA testing confirmed what the community had feared. It was Elijah Vue. The Amber Alert was canceled, and the case transitioned from a missing child investigation to a homicide. The medical examiner ruled Elijah's death a homicide by unspecified means. His remains showed signs of blunt force trauma, including a healed fracture on his cheekbone that occurred weeks before his death. Discoloration on his elbow and the totality of injuries pointed to prolonged abuse. The examiner also cited emotional and psychological abuse tantamount to torture. On October 17th, charges were filed against both Katrina Bauer and Jesse Vang. Bauer faced charges of chronic child neglect, resulting in death, neglect of another child, and obstruction. If convicted, she could serve up to 60 years in prison. Vang faced charges of repeated physical abuse of a child causing death, hiding a corpse, and obstruction. He could face life in prison. Both pleaded not guilty and remain in custody at Manitowoc County Jail. Their cases are ongoing. The community's reaction to Elijah's death has been profound. Vigils, Community searches and memorials were held throughout Manitowoc County. The public had held out hope that Elijah would be found alive. The confirmation of his death and the details of the abuse he endured sparked outrage and sorrow across Wisconsin and beyond. It also leaves unanswered questions. What exactly happened in those final hours before Elijah vanished? Could more have been done to intervene? If you have any information related to this case, authorities urge you to contact the Two Rivers Police Department. Like, share, and subscribe for more cases.